Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome. This is the Unpredictable Podcast. I'm your host, J.R.J. Reaper, and Mr. Versace is dealing with some technical difficulties. We're going to give him a few minutes to get his shit together. But until then, um,
Can you
there
not
you
hear
go.
me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so when I'm coming through my MacBook, you can hear me. But when I'm going through my regular mic, I can hear
Yeah.
myself and everything is playing through my end. But you're saying you cannot hear me. So I don't know why.
Yeah,
And
this,
this is
this, is
the
the,
first
yeah,
time.
this is the first time I was able to hear you.
And so now, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
You can still hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, so
I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear
okay.
you.
Can you hear me now?
Huh?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I can only output through my speaker. I mean, I can only
So,
output through my speakers. There's no input right now.
go.
All right, that's cool. All right.
I'm gonna try it without a pop filter. Does it pop loud when I don't use a pop filter?
When we were doing mic check,
Yeah.
I could hear every breath you were taking,
Okay. Gotcha.
and then after you went on, I couldn't hear you anymore. But I could hear you breathing like.
Yeah.
And I said, "Did you go to the doctor?"
No.
Yeah.
What about now?
No, that was before you went live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Once you went live, it went away.
Oh,
But before you went live, I could hear every detail.
okay. Cool. All right, Mr. Versace, how you doing tonight?
I've had better days.
Had better days.
Yeah.
Had better, had worse. But overall, um, how was your day? You got some exciting news, man.
What's that?
We talked earlier. I was just saying, congratulations once again.
So I don't know.
What? What?
Congratulations to me.
Yeah, congratulations to you, man.
I don't know, man.
Oh shit! Hold on. What
Like
happened?
I got some insight from a parent from POP that knows the cat very well.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he was like he wasn't gonna say nothing like bad about the person. He just said just he said don't be surprised about anything. I was like okay. He said he wouldn't make no long-term commitment. I said yeah, I didn't plan on doing that.
But we are talking about a parent who goes to Prince of Peace.
Yeah, that's why I said a lot.
I've always believed that when I hear things, look at the source, and
Yeah.
nothing against those parents that come from there, but it's always like, okay, if you're saying this, like I've always believed in formulating my own type of opinion on people, and I understand some people it may be in a bad day or a bad situation.
Right.
I got friends that get mad at me because I associate with different people, but I'm like, they ain't never fuck over me.
Right.
I mean, it's just like
Everybody's experience is different.
I get you. I don't know if that person was a different space
Right.
when you was fucking with or what, but I've always kept the notion of like of just kind of giving people enough chance or enough rope to
Right.
hang themselves. But
I
okay,
agree.
I still
I
would be
agree.
excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say I am. Like, it's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity. Either way, it's a
That's
great
it.
opportunity. Yeah.
Look here, you've always taught your players.
Yeah.
You put them in positions
Yeah.
to give them opportunities.
Yeah.
So all this is just
Yeah.
somebody putting you in a position to make opportunity. Outside of that, everything from here on is a dub.
Right.
So
Most definitely.
whether you choose to score or not, ball's in your hand.
Right. You're right. Absolutely right. Absolutely
All right, y'all. Today's show, actually, this is going to be actually my last show or last time here. I'm going to have David's background come Thursday because I'm traveling. I'm traveling, y'all. We about to hit this road. Actually, you know what? My alarm's already set. So I'm waking up about At
You
4:30, 5
driving?
o'clock. Hell no.
Oh,
To Ohio?
yeah. That's what I was about to say. You said yeah.
Ohio? No, I'm just no. I got
Where
an
you made it
early.
now?
I got an early flight though.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I got to get up 4:35 because I forgot I don't live as close to the airport, so it's about a 50-minute drive to that airport.
Yeah.
So then you got to check in, do all the other shit. So, but I'm excited.
Crispy
Get
fish.
the house. Oh, B Fish is the host now.
No, this ain't. Where is he? He's
Oh, he's
usually
first
home.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
He done got his
Chat-
5 minutes. He done got his 5 minutes of fame and then abandoned.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing. That and actually we got to get better at promoting. Actually, we said we're gonna start this past week, but we still haven't pushed it.
Mm-mm.
I started working on a flyer, and then I was like, I don't know about this flyer. Then I thought about doing like a commercial, like a little digital commercial,
Mhm.
taking a bunch of clips from what we did previously,
You're
put
right.
it together, and then we could send that out. So people could be like, oh, wow, okay. So we'll keep that in wraps. All right. You got any intel for the day?
No.
No intel. Okay. Well, I'll start today's topic off. Not topic, but one of the topics and subjects. And that is, I like to make sure I put it in the chat so people come on. Is Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Did it actually go through? I know it was close.
Yeah, so it actually went through because it started like, was it 2 weeks ago, I think?
Mm-hmm.
A week ago. And it was like, okay, it's a big thing. And then found out he was just kind of trolling him. I said, man, that was weak. But then, turns out, he actually did acquire enough finances for $46.3 billion. And as of 3 hours ago, they settled on selling it to him for $44 billion. So as of now, he is the
Sole owner.
yes.
Well, we don't know the details of his finances.
What do you mean?
So they might have gave it. We're gonna give you this loan for 10% stake.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
We don't know the details of how he acquired. You know what I'm saying? Like what the details were of the money he acquired.
Yeah, he said the company announced that it accepted Elon's $44 billion offer to take the company private, which honestly I think it's genius. Like, I mean, the thing that's giving Facebook, but you don't think it should be private?
I think depending upon how he does it though, like to me,
We're talking about Elon Musk here. Here's the thing that no matter what anybody can say, you gotta respect about the man. He says a lot of controversial shit. He has a and people are always complexed about him because they don't know what political platform he stands on. Because certain things, he's kind of like in his own lane. People always said if he ran for office, he'd probably win easily because he has a lot of things that align with one side and the other side, but he's kind of in his own role. And here's what I think for him. Remember I said it on this night, Twitter is eventually going to surpass Facebook. And I'll tell you why. Facebook, for one, now is public. So now public companies require certain things. And then they're kind of like a people pleaser, kind of, I don't know. Elon has been the type, he just creates his own. He's already announced what he plans on doing to the platform. And the first thing he said he wants to do is loosen up content rules. So think about that.
That's what I have a problem with. Nah, exactly. That's what I have a problem with.
You may have a problem with it, but it's going to, like, here's one thing I can tell you this. You may have a problem with it, but it's going to make it, like, it's going to explode. And now they're private. They're not responsible or have to handle or deal with anything outside of what the fuck they choose to do. So,
but they're like the problem though. They're like the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing started when Twitter banned Trump and his opinions. All right.
Yes.
So now Elon Musk is still, they shouldn't have done that. He should have had the free platform to do whatever. So now there's another platform to push that propaganda. There's nothing to shut it down. So you're going to create civil war. Pretty much, you're creating a platform for Hitler to put out his propaganda. It's going to cause more chaos and more strife in this country. Right now, it's controlled. Now it's private, and you're saying that it can't be regulated. There's going to be an issue. So think about this. Oh, this white motherfucker up here is saying, fuck these niggers, I'll hang a motherfucker, da. And now black people see this. Social media find it. Boom, we're going to go get this food, da. It's about to be bad. It's about to be bad.
Yeah, it's about to be bad.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah. But what I was saying was it's going to be successful. I wasn't.
I mean, he'll probably get more he'll get more users now because of those type of people will be those type of people will be on there now, because now they know they can say what the hell they want to say to whoever they want to say it to behind a screen, and nobody gonna stop him. Yeah, he'll get more people now, but it's gonna cause a lot more strife. It's the climate of our country is gonna get a lot worse versus getting better. That's how I look.
Yeah. I do also see it making a lot of money.
Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of money, but all money ain't good money.
True, all money ain't good money, but depends on who you ask. All money ain't good money. Monica says nice pool.
It's nice what?
Nice pool.
Oh, nice pool. Appreciate it. We got put in not too long ago.
Not too long ago. That was the fastest pool. That was the fastest pool install I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think there's some a little bit quicker, but
okay.
It's one of the faster ones. Yeah.
All right. Well, as we're on the same topic, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this window because I forgot. I said we're gonna start sharing windows more. Here we go. So, here's some things that he says he wants to do. He wants to loosen up content rules in the name of free speech. All right? So that's the vehicle he's using. And when you talk about free speech, right, it gets a little dicey. Everyone has a right to free speech and freedom of press, but as we've talked about, we said this is the most divisive the country's ever been. But here's the thing: with them being private, like as of right now, there's not a motherfucking thing anybody can do about it.
No, he's private. He controls the rules on his platform.
Exactly. Another thing. Here's another one. Create an edit button so users can change their tweets. So think about all the
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. This is why I don't like him, and I don't like it. I know where he's going with this. I know exactly where he's going with this, and that's what I don't like about it. He's a sneaky, underhanded snake. That's what this is.
Yeah. So
this is a way to retract and redact. We need to put out there. Exactly. I know
what
it is.
People that said something a long time ago, hey, make sure you go back and
exactly. That's what I don't like about this.
Yeah.
It's sneaky, underhanded crap.
It said, unlike Facebook, Instagram, and all other social medias, it is not possible to change. See, this is something I didn't know. I didn't know you can't change tweets. I have a Twitter,
right?
But I don't even.
You can't go back and no.
So all of our episodes are posting on Twitter now. They're pretty much locked in stone, right?
Right. Well, for now, he can do whatever he wants to with them.
Yeah, for now.
If he don't like if he doesn't like what we have on there, he can do whatever he wants to with it because it's private.
True. Open up about Twitter's algorithm to the public. Now, this seems he said he advocates transparency.
Yeah, but you also never mind. This is ignorant, man. This is just straight ignorant. This is the dumbest thing ever. This is dumb.
Go ahead.
This is going to be successful to the people, to me, that lack intellect and lack understanding. Anybody has some common sense or a little bit of intellect understands where this is going, what he's trying to do, and the dangers behind it. Not only with the free speech, but with having public access to the algorithm. Now you have public access to my content, which means you have public access to my IP address. You see what I'm saying? Because in order to give me access to the algorithm, you have to open up the network.
Yeah.
You have to open up the network. You open up the network, you have access to the server. It's just a wormhole. No, no,
His
no.
next agenda is launch a war on bot armies.
Okay, how? You just opened up, you just said you had a public forum so the public can have access to the algorithm. But now you want to put a war on bot armies. How are you going to do that?
Basically, they're saying that the fake accounts are programmed to respond to certain tweets and
Mm-hmm.
topics. So let's go back to the first thing he said, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to relax and give freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
But the fake accounts,
Mm-hmm.
like the fake news, um, did I say that out loud? Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to
To weed it
stop
out.
them. Yeah, stop them from programmed tweets to respond to certain topics.
So what's the point?
It's very contradictory if you ask me, but okay.
What's the point? You tell somebody they can go back and delete what they put on there, right? And now you're saying, well, you don't. I don't want any fake accounts on here. Okay, well, somebody going back and deleting what they put out there, isn't that fake too?
No. Next, he wants to scrap advertisements. Right now, almost 90% of Twitter's revenue comes from advertising, but the company has struggled to attract advertisers to the platform, which devolves into political firestorms and ugly online brawls. So they started this thing. They wanted to do this thing called Twitter Blue,
Mm-hmm.
where you have to pay like $2.99 a month
Uh-huh.
and you don't get advertisement. He wants to do it, but it's going to be cheaper. This is really getting interesting. Now, the biggest unknown, they want to know, will he reinstate Donald Trump? All right, as it was said,
Yeah.
they permanently banned him. He has not commented on it, but Trump came back and said he has no interest in joining the platform because he's going to start on his known as Truth Social. Truth Social. Now, when they asked him this 2 days ago about, you plan on, with Elon acquiring it, you want to go back, he said, no, I'm going to work on Truth Social.
Right.
Truth Social is now like the third most trendingest topic,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we're talking about. You have a lot of people waiting to say a lot of shit that they want to say, and now Twitter's just opening the door. So, hey man, yeah, we may not like it, but at this point right now, it's kind of that. It's the proverbial snowball effect. It's
I
already
don't.
started rolling.
Let's tell you why I don't like it. All right. Let's think. Let's think about this. Let's go back to Black Wall Street. Okay.
Yeah,
Every social media platform out there is owned by or controlled by a European gentleman,
true.
which most of them happen to be in favor of Republicans.
True.
That's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
So why are you telling me that there's no minority that's trying to do a social media platform? Bullshit.
At one point we did. Remember, what was it called back in the day? God, do you remember what it was like? It's called Black People Connect or Black. Do you remember that back in the day? I had an account. Oh, what was
I
it?
think we all had an account.
Damn, what was that? That was my shit.
Black Planet.
Black Planet, yes.
BlackPlanet.com.
BlackPlanet.com. Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
What happened to Black Planet, man?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
don't
Google
know.
it.
So that was a website though, but we never had a social
Oh,
media
I see what you're saying.
platform. You see what I'm saying? Like, wow, you're telling me that no black person has tried to develop a social media platform? I call BS on it. I bet you it got shot down.
Probably so.
And anything that we do, they try to find some way to take it away.
True.
Whether it be by buying it out, and we're just ignorant enough to sell it, BET.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
dude,
what?
you look here. Speaking, you shall receive. I'm gonna throw it up here.
Oh Lord.
Speaking,
What,
you
yeah.
shall receive. Here we go. Right now, oh, hold on. I thought I was sharing the screen, not the. Let me see this. I did share again. We'll share the window. I typed in Black Planet. They said the Black Planet, the original, was back. They said now this started as of this year. Said now more than ever it's important for us to have our own.
Yeah.
And I mean everything you just said, literally within seconds, they're talking about it.
Okay.
Defending ourselves in our moment in the world. Black people are the stars. Why the reboot is important now. They talk about like
Yes,
ownership matters. Look, this
yes,
app you get in the App Store. So,
good.
and it's as of 2022. So, like what you would think it was already thought.
Okay,
So Black Panther is on
good,
the way back. But the thing
good.
is this though, it's gonna take some people to actually jump on that platform though.
That's what I'm about to ask you. How did you inquire about it? Because I haven't heard anything about it.
Well,
You see
you know,
what I'm saying?
we just now talked about it, and no, and that's what made me type it in. So, oh shit,
Oh,
yeah, no, that's what I did. See what's how were
gotcha.
the old, how were the old,
Yeah,
what to
yeah, I
do.
see it.
So this looked like it's set up like an actual social media platform.
Right. But my thing
So,
is this: their marketing right now is horrible because neither one of
oh
us had
yeah,
heard about it.
look
If we wouldn't have
exactly.
been having the discussion, we wouldn't. You wouldn't have Googled
That's
it.
true. That's
We
true.
wouldn't have found out about it.
Yeah, we would have
So
just
why
not
is
been
it?
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this should be on every black radio station. It should be billboards. It should
Oh
be
yeah.
highly publicized. I'm
Oh,
gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to that. Like, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we started this platform. Is like,
oh yeah. Black
I'm
woman.
sorry if you're not African American, but this platform, we say that we wanted to get back to educating our people about Black Wall Street and having that Black Wall Street mindset, because we've lost that. We've been so consumed as a people with being satisfied and gratified with financial gains that we forget about where we are in this society and our place in this society, or where they feel our place in this society. And when I say they, I'm talking about the Europeans.
Yeah.
I had an intellectual conversation last night with Aaliyah's boyfriend, and a
Okay.
very intellectual young man. And I
Alright.
just presented some things to him, mainly the Constitution, and
Oh.
it made him think and reflect. And he was like, he never thought about it that way.
Oh really?
Yeah, he said, I never thought about it that way. So he's part of the Black Coalition at their campus, and he's going to go back and speak on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
There
I
you go,
mean,
young
like,
man.
I think like this platform, we got to keep pushing the Black narrative as far as empowering ourselves. We already empowered. We just don't even know it yet,
That's
because
true.
we don't come together collectively and do things together.
Well,
And
we
that's the
see.
problem.
Here's the thing, though. The crab mentality has been taught so much to us that
Right.
we do it subconsciously, without even knowing. Sometimes, as a black man or a black woman, we'll see something like, "Man, why they got that?" We don't be like, "Yo, man, hey, good for that brother, good for that
Right.
sister."
Right.
Like, man, let me help that brother out. That's
Right.
something you'll never hear. If I see, think about it. You see a brother on his way up. Hey, bro, what can I do to help you?
Right.
No, it's like y'all gotta be better than him.
Or
That's-
let's flip it. That brother that's up there, if a brother does come to him and say, "Hey man, what did you do to get here? Like, help me, teach me."
Yeah, teach me the
They
way.
don't want to do it.
Nah,
Very few will, but the majority won't.
yeah, well, yeah.
Majority won't. They want it to themselves.
they-
They want to be
they're
that.
like-
They want to be head honcho.
Here's the thing: I made it out the bucket. Why can't you?
Can't you? Exactly.
Why I made it out the bucket? Why can't you?
Exactly.
Now understanding you're not helping us as a whole. Yeah, you made it yourself, but like, yeah, that
And then
that's
you talk about subliminal brainwashing.
yeah.
This is one reason why I don't like Texas.
Okay.
Okay. So we talk about.
What?
I'm gonna tell you.
What?
We talk about all these people. And I told you I had a parent that had a bumper sticker that said, "Yes, we can secede, not succeed, but
Yeah.
secede, like
Secede
secede from
from
the union."
yeah.
And I'm thinking, right? It's conditioned in them from the time they go to school
Yeah.
in certain parts of Texas. I can't say every part of Texas. I know in the San Antonio area,
Yeah.
it is taught from them to say the Texas Pledge of Allegiance. That's a form of subliminal brainwashing. If you're taught
it
at a
is.
very young age to pledge allegiance to a state, and then you keep repeating this every day that you go to school for 12 years, right? What's your mindset going to be? I'm obligated to this state. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? That's why I don't
Yeah.
like Texas. It's still, to me, there's still forms of racism. It's modern day forms of racism that are hidden or underlying, that some people that are blind or that haven't been introduced to another side of Texas or anything outside of Texas, they're oblivious to. Like, how many people from the state of Texas never leave the state of Texas? I mean,
Quite a few.
when I was doing basketball in San Antonio, I had so many high school kids said, "I've never left the state." I'm like, what? So the only thing you know is what's in San Antonio.
Nah, you got a lot of them
Crazy.
won't even leave their city.
That's crazy.
Hey, Brandy says, or you could try to teach and get an attitude and try to make it seem as if you're all down and down to the.
What?
It's on the screen, man.
Or you try
Or you could try to teach.
to get an attitude and try to make it seem as if you're down. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's because they've been subliminally brainwashed. That's the point I'm talking about. If it's been ingrained in you for so long, you're going to think that you're knocking the way they think.
Okay.
Yeah. What did y'all have an allegiance in Arkansas?
An allegiance, man.
Yeah, to the state of Arkansas.
No, we didn't.
We didn't
Well, you
have
got.
these-
I was privy to experience something that most kids didn't. I was a military brat. So every 2 years, I moved. I have physically lived in every southern state except Florida,
Wow.
Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, Louisiana, South Carolina.
You been in all the slave states.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I have, which is funny because I've never been to California. All these other, but yeah, when he had all these duty stations in the South.
So let me ask you this question, okay? Since you've been in the South and most of your education has been Southern education, right?
All my
So-
kids were Southern.
Did you educate yourself? Because like for me, growing up in DC, we didn't have Black History Month.
Okay.
That was our curriculum.
Okay.
We sang the Negro National Anthem and the National Anthem every day
Oh, y'all did that in school?
at school,
Oh, damn. No.
every day.
Wow.
When there's an assembly, we sang it at the assembly.
Oh, really?
So I knew Lift Every Voice and Sing when I was in first grade.
Oh, damn. No.
You see what I'm saying?
See,
And
see.
as far as Black history is concerned, it wasn't Black history. This was our history. It was
Yeah.
part of our history class. It wasn't designated as Black
Hold on,
history.
hold on. So you
This is
telling
our
me?
contribution to the United States of America.
So you telling me in history class, all y'all learned was Black history?
Mhm.
Huh?
No. What I'm saying was it wasn't separated. It wasn't. So to
okay.
me, I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Yeah.
In Texas, it's a distinction. This is history. This is Black history.
Negative. It no longer
In DC,
exists.
it's no distinction. We
Hold on,
are
hold on.
history.
I want to make a correction to you.
Go
That
ahead.
no longer exists. As
Oh
of
yeah, you're
last
right.
year-
Yeah,
As of last year, it
In the
no
state of
longer
Texas.
exists. State
yeah.
of Texas,
In the state of
you will
Texas,
not
no
learn
longer.
about that in school. Nope.
Exactly, and that's a problem because
That's a big fucking problem.
it's a huge problem,
that's
and
a
that's why I
big
said think of the mindset. Think of what I just told you.
Yeah.
In DC, it was simply called history.
Yeah.
There was no distinction, but the Black people in history was taught as part of history. Like when we
Yeah.
talked about how Pierre Lafont helped create DC, we learned that a Black man helped design the roads in DC and name the streets in DC.
Yeah.
That was part of history. It wasn't okay. Pierre Lafont designed DC. Okay, then next month we're going to go to Black history and we find out that this guy is a Black man that named and set up the roads in DC. No, it was all inclusive. You see what I'm saying? In
Yeah.
Texas, it's distinguished. This is history. This is Black history. So if you make it all history, then you can't separate. You see what I'm saying?
True. You know what? I ran into a woman this weekend on Saturday, and a brother walks in, older gentleman. He had a Black Wall Street shirt on,
Okay.
and I said, "Here you go, brother. There you go." I gave him that. You just got that nod.
Right.
And this lady sitting next to me, she's probably in her mid-40s, had just learned of Black Wall Street last year.
Wow.
Lived in Texas her whole life. She said she had never heard of it in school
Nope.
or anything. And she said her parents were pro-Black, but like we can't cover everything. So when she heard about it, people were looking at her like, "Are you freaking serious?" And she
Wow.
said she felt bad, but she was like, "What was I supposed to learn it?" She
Don't
said,
feel bad.
I got a bachelor's degree, I got a master's degree.
Right.
I went to school, I made all A's. I know I've been paying attention, They miss me.
It has nothing to do with it. Brandy's on here right now.
Uh,
Brandy's cousin,
yeah,
young black girl, college student at Baylor University, right?
yeah.
And our daughter Leah and her best friend Deja. I had to teach them about it 2 years ago. They had
Oh,
never
wow.
heard of it, ever.
Wow.
Ever.
Hey, Brandon said, "Hey, I learned about it a few years ago."
Right,
Wow.
right.
But that's not the fault of the
So-
person. It's just
No,
like
no.
what's wrong with our system. That is check this out. If you want to go body for body,
Uh-huh.
pound for pound, that was the most prolific incident, one of the most
Yeah.
top 3 easily in our
Yeah.
country's history. So you can't say, oh, it was a black issue. No, let's just take body for body. How many people died? How much money was lost? Let's do some apples to apples. Okay,
Right.
that incident made 9/11 look like some fucking drive-by shooting. It
Right.
was that significant.
Yeah.
You talking about you took down a building and killed, but you talking about Black Wall Street. You talking about millions upon millions of dollars.
That's like wiping out Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it is.
It's
That's
like
exactly
wiping
what
out
it was.
Beverly Hills. If you took out Beverly Hills, no longer exists. None of the houses,
So-
none of the people
So something of that significance, you would assume
was talked about.
automatically that had to be talked about.
They're not going to.
Now, why? It hurt too much. It makes us don't look so well. It shows a nasty light on us. So
But
no,
not only
whatever.
that, it's 2 things. It's 2 reasons why. You would have to bring to light the fact that there were successful black people during an era where there shouldn't have been.
Yeah, because they
So
they
you
were
would have
definitely the
right.
roads that grew from concrete.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So you would have to bring that point up, and they'd rather not bring that point up. So instead of having to do that, they just don't even talk about it. We got rid of it. Let's let it be. Because if we bring it up,
no. Here's the thing: what they love to do. Okay, we were wrong. That was bad.
right,
Let's be done with it. Kind of like back in it was 2004, 2003, where the federal government officially said they were found guilty for collusion in the conspiracy to assassinate Martin Luther King. Right?
right,
You look at it right now. The government was found guilty for having
Right.
some. Did you hear about it? To this day, you think, oh yeah, no, the ghost was we fucked up. Like
Right.
we conspired to kill Martin Luther King. That is on the
Right.
books right now. You go
Right.
anywhere, it is on the books. The government convicted itself, saying yes, we did do this. Do you think that
Right.
would be probably headline news? Hell, that shit happened like 18 years ago or whatever, and now you ain't gonna hear about it nowhere.
No.
Yeah, we fucked up. Let's get over it.
No.
We love to say never forget when it affects us, but when it's against someone else, oh, let's forget that.
Alert from Yahoo. Password
So-
required.
Let's go back to this whole education. I think we touched on it. I can't remember on air or off air last week about the Department of Education. All right,
Yeah.
Department of Education. Like, I still want to know what's its purpose. Is it just a place to store records?
That's a tricky one, because the Department of Education should
Supposedly. Mhm.
establish a standard
Mhm.
and make sure everyone adheres to that standard.
Mhm.
Now,
That's a national standard, correct?
national standard.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is
Mhm.
that schools are
Mhm.
ran by their local governments. They're funded. Look at that, funded, and
Mhm.
it's about where the money
They're
comes
funded
from.
by both. They're funded by federal and local.
True. They are federal.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, Brady said they're bookkeepers. The department. At this point, because if you're a department, that means you enforce,
You
you
enforce.
regulate,
Mhm.
you set a standard.
Right.
But there's no educational standard. to
Oh, there
be.
is. It's just the
Well,
bar
there
is so
is,
low. The
but
bar is
it's
so
like,
low.
well, that's why we have one of the lowest education marks in the world.
You know why? They don't, and we don't care. You know why we don't care? Let's think like people might say this that I'm preaching propaganda right now, but it's the truth. We don't care that the educational standard is low compared to the rest of the world. Do you know why? It's because of what you said. We know that there's certain communities that have enough financial gain where that rating doesn't apply to that community. So the only thing we're worried about is those particular communities. The other communities fall in line and help bring that rate to where it is, and we're not worried about that. We can live with that. You follow what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Or do I just need to spit out black and white?
Put it out there.
Okay, so your well-off communities was predominantly white,
Okay.
European descent.
Uh-huh.
They live in the communities that have the $1 million homes or the homes that start off at $500,000. So the taxes in those cities are higher, so they have better education, better schools. As long as those standards at those schools are high, that's all the part of education is worried about. The lower income communities or your communities that are majority minorities. There's some Europeans and those or Caucasians in those communities, but the majority are your minorities. They're not worried about those standards. They're the ones that are driving the standardization as far as nationally low.
Yeah.
But as long as the upper echelon keep those high standards on their own, we're fine with that. And that's why we don't care. Oh, so what? They're smarter than us around the world. We don't care. The ones that we care about, the top 10%, they're supposed to be where they are, and we're good with that.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you take our top 10%
Right.
against the world, oh yeah, we a problem.
Exactly.
We're a problem.
We're not exactly.
But when it's I see what you're saying.
That's why. We don't care about that national. I mean, you're comparing it to the world, but what difference does it make?
That's true.
Doesn't make a bit of difference. Not one. And that's why it is the way it is. So now because if they really cared, that standard that you're talking about would be raised.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody will be on the same high standard. And now to facilitate that high standard, now you got to come into your lower income schools and make sure they have the necessary tools to reach that or attain that standard. But
here's the crazy part. I'm looking at this comes from USA News. Like you go to any USA stuff and ranking education.
Right.
I'm reading this narrative here. They're saying it's wrong. The United States ranks 1 and all this other stuff. But they're basing it off of these 4 things. Population and money spent. That's it. That's the educational standard. How much money you spend. Do you understand how flawed you got? Because guess what? United States comes number 1. Guess who comes in number 2? United Kingdom. Guess who number 3? Germany. Guess who number 4? Canada. Number 5, France. Switzerland.
But the key was it was based on the money you spent, not the actual intellectual level.
There you go. Look,
the intellectual level, China's in the top 5 for sure.
Easy. But it's like, because this is from one of USAnews.com. This is an official source. But even an official source, you have to look at the narrative. See, a lot of people say, okay, this came from USA News. I'm like, okay, but what are their apples? Well, the only thing they have listed on there, GDP, population, and GDP per capita. That's it. And the United States ranks number 1 in educational rankings across the world. Just because we drop, here it says right here. Just because we drop, no, we didn't spend that much. Shit.
But
no, that can't be right. We didn't spend that much money. It says 21 trillion. There ain't no way we spend that much. Oh, that's GDP. Oh, okay, never mind.
Let's get some. I want to get some live comments.
Okay. Some live comments. What you got? What you got? Put on the flow. Based on what?
I want to hear a voice.
Voice. Okay.
Let somebody talk.
You want somebody to dial in?
I want somebody to dial in.
All right, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. First one to get on gets up.
And then just give us something to talk about. We got 20 minutes. Give us something.
All right, the link is in the chat. The first one to click on that link and get it in, you in the building. You are in the building. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat.
Everybody's shy.
I just posted it, and it takes time to get through all of them. Because now I just went through Facebook. Now I just went through Twitter, Facebook. Now I just went to Facebook. Okay, that takes time to kind of, because we multi-stream. We stream to multiple platforms, so it takes some time. Hey, I had something that I was trying to piss you off with. I was gonna save it to the end. Should I save it to the end, or should I play it now?
Play it now. Because they're not clicking the link. Go play it now.
Brandon says I talk from a distance. Brandon
You
says
still
she
be talking from a distance.
I thought she meant as far as like calling in or something like that. She could just yell at you and some shit like that.
And this camera is, I need to show you.
Yeah. All right, so check this out. This is a video I want you to listen to.
All right.
It may be extremely offensive.
A video you want me to listen to?
Well, it's a video I want you to see, but
Okay.
there's audio involved. And this video,
just play the damn video.
I don't want to. She said, "You right, Jr." Brady said I was right. See,
just play the video.
Hold on, man. Hold on. What? I got to set up the video.
I don't need
for
all
our
that
listeners. Hold on. Well, then how about you just stop listening? I'm talking to our very few listeners. So this is a viral trend that's going on, and a buddy sent to mine. I thought it was a joke, and after I looked at it, it was just one woman or whatever. And then once I seen the trends, that was like 8, 10, 12, and it's funny. They think it's funny. This is a trend. I'm gonna let you just listen to it, see it, and this is what's going viral. And it is one of the most disturbing things.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let you just get a piece of it.
Would you just play the goddamn thing?
I gotta set it up, man. Then I gotta find the damn. No, I got the video, but you know how to get the audio to pair. You gotta click on. Okay, here it is right here. You ready?
Hey, Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa.
Let's just look at these people.
So the precedence is this. Like they think it's fun. Like so, I guess
what the fuck is funny about that?
That bro, you see, it's not just one person because they send me one person. I'm like, no, you joking.
But
you
like,
joking.
like to me, like
that's
not black women.
That's
what the fuck is going on in your household?
That's not like, come on, like
what's going on in your household? That you okay with this even being out there?
Yes, like, and look at them. They're all smiling.
They're smiling like
Big Mouth Massa.
Because what they're doing is they're setting their significant others up, right? Thinking, it's making you look bad. But like, really? Look here. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it 1,000 times. I have nothing wrong with interracial couples. But what I don't like this shit here though, like this trend that's going on is one of the most distasteful, disrespectful shits I have ever seen on the fucking internet. Ever. Like, yeah, okay, yes. Like, what you're doing isn't new. Like, you're a black woman dating a white guy. They've been doing that shit for 100 years. But to do something like this, though, bro, it hit me different. When I seen this shit, I was fist greased. And I was like, ooh, I was going to send it to you. I said, nah, I got to let you see this one. I'm going to play it again for you, just in case you didn't hear it.
Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Big Mouth Massa. Big Mouth Massa.
Let's just look at these people.
Now, besides him,
Dr. Umar Johnson, he's gonna say something.
Underdeveloped Negro.
Of course he is. I mean,
Big Mouth Massa.
Most of
Yes,
the things I agree with, but
yeah. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson, very intelligent individual. There's quite a few things I agree with. Some of my stuff he says, I'm like, bro, come on, like,
yeah.
But I here's the thing, though, I respect about him. I understand his heart. I do.
I get it too.
I understand his heart. Some of his viewpoints are a little dated
Yeah,
and are a little off point, where he completely misses the cue.
right,
But this shit here, bro,
right.
I didn't even.
That's ridiculous. But like I said, that goes to home. And my thing is like, so you found that. I mean, besides Dr. Umar Johnson, who else has commented on these videos? Like, have you gone to their pages and looked at the comments that have been left? Like this one
No.
has what 13,000 fucking views and only 56 comments.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't even notice that. I did not
13,000
notice that.
fucking views.
Hold on.
Like,
You know what? Let me see something. I didn't even like you the first-
Count fake.
9,000 views, almost 10,000. Pretty sure it's 10,000 by now.
Oh yeah.
Bitch, my
Mess up.
count fake.
700 views.
And he's holding up by the back of her dreads. That's
Bitch, my
Mess up.
count fake.
she has. Wow.
67,000 views.
Wow. No.
comments.
67,000 likes.
I mean, likes and 24 comments. Well, yeah, likes. So ain't no telling how many views was on there.
Oh, B Fish said D.L. Hughley posted this earlier.
Bitch, my
Mess up.
count fake.
Damn. This is
But again, like, okay, the house, your home fucking training. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you right now, this is me.
yeah.
When Tia came out the womb,
Yeah.
I used to bathe her, and now we had a routine. Every time she got out the tub, I'll hold up in the mirror, look at Daddy's Nubian queen.
Yes.
My Nubian queen.
Yes.
Like every day, every day,
Yes.
so that she would know her worth. And Brandy would tell you, when I met her, I told her that's what's wrong with a lot of black women. They don't
Yeah.
know their worth, and they don't
Ooh.
demand their worth.
Ooh.
And they have, and in order to know your worth, in order for somebody to show your worth, they got to know their worth. So that if you're not messing with any kings, you're not gonna know that you're a queen and be
No.
shown your worth. So
No.
you keep messing with these peons, you're never gonna be treated like a queen. So you're never gonna know your worth. And I think, like I say, what's going on in their household where your dad or whoever any man in your house is not telling you your worth and that you deserve better than that because you're satisfied with that. That makes no sense to me.
Like, you think this is funny, right? But you don't know what your grandmother went through, great grand. Like, that's a slap in everybody that went to your descendants' family face. Here's the second problem I got with it, right? Now, as you can tell, most of these white dudes in there, they didn't know, like, they was kind of getting set up. But here's the thing, though. Like, let's just say it's not a white dude, it's a black dude. My
Right,
woman don't do that shit to me.
right,
Like that
right,
that shit ain't funny. Like,
right,
don't portray me as
right.
like yo like. So I'm gonna say if she had respect for him or the situation, she wouldn't even put him in the light like that. So it's like, damn, you ain't got respect for him, yourself, or the whole situation what you've been
Yeah,
through.
because you set him up.
Yeah.
You set him
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah. Oh
You,
yeah.
you really set him up.
Shit. Cause like think about it. You see him, oh, I got this motherfucker. Like not realizing, me and you old enough, we realize
Right.
most of these guys are pretty much caught off track when they're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I didn't mean to. But like they make so light of it, like, this is my master.
Right.
Do you understand? Like, this didn't happen centuries ago, right?
Right.
This some shit your grandmother went through, not some shit your great like.
But now let me help you out too, though.
Go ahead.
But now when there's a fucking tragedy, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Now
I knew
you
you
want
gonna go
to.
there.
You
I
see
knew
what
you
I'm
were gonna go
saying?
there. I knew you were gonna go there.
You
Yes.
see what I'm saying? Like, so that's why we keep giving them a way out.
Yeah.
We keep giving them a reason why, because of dumb shit like this.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
Nah,
None
man, it's
whatsoever. None.
like,
So so none of y'all should be marching for shit.
yeah.
None
Oh,
of
would
y'all.
you? Nah, sit your ass down.
Sit
You
your
know what?
ass down.
I'd rather take your white boyfriend over here marching in your ass.
Right. Like,
At
it makes
least,
no damn sense.
you know.
Nobody wanted to chime in. Nobody clicked the link.
Nah, they didn't want
Be
that work.
fish.
B-Fish, hey, B-Fish put his time in. He
Put
said,
his
hey,
time
man.
and he done.
Well, he said he wanted to be on. So I don't know.
He could click the link and still be on. Just no visual.
No, I mean, I don't know.
We still got 10 minutes, B fish.
B Fish say he want to get that work, but I don't know when it like it's kind of like it's fourth quarter, 2 minutes. Coach, I'm looking at you. Hey, you want to go in? Man, I got next game. Put me in next game, coach. Next game, I got you. Next game, I'm in that thing. Look at next game, coach. I'm putting up 50. Hold on, I don't need you next. I need you this game. What you doing this game? We
B Fish, you know about that Willie Lynch?
Willie Lynch. Ooh, does he know
B
about
Fish,
that?
you know about Willie Lynch?
We not show that. Trending topics for the day. The second
What?
thing we have is the Texas death row.
Oh, that
execution
girl.
was-
That's why we talked about that last week.
We did talk about it, but about 6 hours ago, they gave her a stay.
They gave her a stay? Okay. Yeah, that's supposed to happen on the 27th.
Yep, she's supposed to be out of there, but now they got her stay to review some evidence. So
Yeah.
she got a little bit long. Yeah,
That's bogus right there.
yeah.
That's bogus.
Let's see what it is. Other trending news is Megan Thee Stallion. I'm gonna be honest with you. She gave some like this emotional experience about what she went through and all this other stuff.
All right.
Man, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this one thing I'm gonna tell you. I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm gonna struggle with this show because when it comes to celebrities and shit like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a rapper called Big Crit?
Probably
not. He was an underground rapper, but he's mainstream. But he does like underground type stuff. And he said the most just quote. I stick with it. He said, "I don't give a fuck about listening to millionaires complain about their $1 million house."
Right.
And
I
when
agree.
for me on this platform, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you hear about people who have a lot of money
Right.
that's struggling and
Bullshit.
woe is
Yeah.
me, like the only reason I say that, and this is not trying to out me or how people like to claim they the hood is. I literally grew up and had a pot to piss in. I grew
Right.
up in a shack, in a small ass shack with 9 of us, and we had to get it how we lived. I'm not saying that to be a pity party. I'm just saying that I bust my ass.
Right.
And I came from literally nothing. So when you complaining about, man, life is so hard. It's hard for me. I understand
Right.
everyone goes through problems. I do. I'm not saying that people with $1 million or people who have all this celebrity status don't go through problems. But it's just hard for me personally
So what she
to be
said?
like that. She said after she came from this party, she was ready to go. She had spent money or whatever. She's ready to go home. And they was like, man, why are you complaining? Her and Tory Lanez got into it. He started shooting at the floor, was like, dance, bitch, and all this other stuff. Apparently, there's a bunch of alcohol, drugs, and shit
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
involved, and shit popped off. My thing is this.
Okay, like I'm trying to get to like, so
Well,
you
no,
upset because
so-
Tory Lanez made you dance by shooting at your feet?
Well, no, so she went on, she talked to Gail, and was it Gail? It was one of the women, and she gave this really like she was crying and doing all this stuff, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a very traumatic experience. I mean, getting shot and stuff like that, but it's like, I don't know, maybe me being like an ultra introvert, like, man, I ain't putting myself in no situation where I know a bunch of drugs.
That's what I'm about
alcohol,
to
but
say.
like-
You
like-
can control where you are at this
You
point in
are.
your life,
Yes, you
this stage
can.
in your life. You
Yes.
control who the people you fuck with. You control the neighborhood you live in. So I
Yes.
don't want to hear that shit. You knew what you were getting yourself into. You went to that party. You knew the type of motherfuckers you was fucking with when you went to that fucking party. So you knew there was a chance that some bullshit was going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's on you.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, even people without money, if you
Yeah.
put yourself in a situation, be prepared to deal with what might happen.
Man, look at. Ask me how many people in my circle, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna hold one hand up. I just it's
Like, come on, like we ride, right? I know I'm
Yeah.
riding with these fools. There's this group of guys in the 757 called the Asphalt Raiders. They had a
Yeah.
reputation. They
Yes.
they call Asphalt Raiders for a reason. They
Yeah.
like to do 200 down the highway.
Yep.
I know if I'm riding with them, it's
Oh,
about
yeah.
to be crazy. I need to get
It's
ready to
going
get
down.
it because it's
going
about to
down.
go down. So I gotta be prepared. Like this shit about to get wild. It might be some police chasing us, or it might be weaving in and out traffic. It's going right behind some cars, white line and some shit like that, hitting the
Yeah.
exit at 150. You know what I'm saying? Where we leaning all the way down, scraping pegs. Now, if I'm not riding with them, then I'm good.
Like
And I didn't ride with them that much because I ain't feel like being chased by police all the time.
Oh, they need scrapers, huh?
It's the miseducation of things like Black Wall Street and so
Oh,
and
so
the-
B-Fish it's the miseducation of things like Black Wall Street and Tulsa, Durham, and Wilmington massacre, along with the loss of Black awareness. Oh, hold on. Stop. Pause. Along with the loss of Black awareness of our culture. That
who's
right there.
responsible for that? So whose responsibility is to bring on that
cause
awareness?
things to take place. He also went on to say, meaning most of our youth that believe in this manner and allow these trends and social media challenges don't know the struggle that took place for them even
That
to
was
be
my
free.
point. That was my point. The household.
Damn.
It's the responsibility of the parents, grandparents, whoever is raising you, to educate you. So we got. So to me, as a people, we have to stop. I'm not saying B-Fish is, but what we as a people have to stop saying they have to make sure we know. We need to make sure that we educate ourselves and our families.
There's not enough for us though. Like, dude, bro, when I went to South Carolina, I started this company, right? It was.
What do you mean it's not enough of us?
What do you mean it's not enough of us?
No, you said there's not enough of us. Like, what do you mean by that?
Brothers and sisters that's willing to go into the fight.
I'm talking about educating.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
So, like, no, what I'm saying is, like, in today's time, right? In today's time, if I wanted to know everything there is to know about a fucking, let's say an Icelander, right?
Yeah.
I can go on fucking YouTube right now and look up the fucking entire history of Iceland and absorb myself with Iceland. Like, and we all know that there's different, what's the word I'm looking for? There are different sources that we can go to verify information. So if I'm a Black person and I want to educate my household or enlighten my household, let me stop saying educate. You know what I'm getting that way, enlighten. If I want to enlighten my household with our ancestry and what we went through, the truths of it, then I need to be proactive because we all go buy these damn phones right now.
Yep.
Everybody got a goddamn smartphone. Get on the internet, and we have to take responsibility on our own to educate ourselves. We do. I can't rely on the white man to educate me. You see what I'm saying? On what I need to be educated on.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have to be a platform. It should be instinctive in us to want to educate ourselves on our own culture. That's the problem. We want to be. We're so concerned of being what we want to be like them.
Yeah. Yeah. When I started this company, I called it One Hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. I remember when I showed up, it was now, and I'm not trying to brag on myself again.
Can you get that food off the TV?
What? Oh, my bad. my bad.
You can leave him on there. I'm fine with that.
Oh, here's the thing. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. At the age of 22, or maybe 21, 22, I started this called One Hustle program. It was a mentoring program I did, and I would show up at like one of these little, like the I'm not gonna say boys and girls clubs. In South Carolina, they have these clubs like where you just go into, they hang out and just do whatever. Right?
Gotcha.
Now I'm 22, 21, military, so I'm clean shaved. So they're thinking I'm like 17, 16. They said the speaker's about to come in and talk to you, right? So they'd be like about 15, 20 boys in this classroom like setup, waiting for the instructor. I'm already sitting in there. I'm sagging, I'm chilling. Yo, what's up, my nigga? I'm dapping them up, chilling, right? So after about 5-10 minutes, as they're getting rowdy, man, he ain't even coming. I stand up, I walk to the class, I take off my shirt, I have a button down. I pull down my pants, and I take my hat off. They're like, oh, shit. I said, gentlemen, I just showed you the first rule in life, being able to switch it on and off. And I say that because that was they said that was always one of my like great openers I used to always do. I used to have my baggy stuff on, hanging out with the kids, but when I took it off and I gave my speech in my class about being able to be a black man and true within your skin, but learning how to navigate within this world. There was not a single person on their phones or nothing. They was locked in because yo, he knows what he's talking about. Here's the problem. I did that for years. I couldn't get anybody to jump in the fight with me, bro. And that's when I told you there's not enough of us. Yeah, we say, look, just like me and you, we can say a bunch of shit because I had many brothers. Man, what you doing is powerful. Man, what you doing is powerful. Hey, bro, why don't you come in with me? Like, I got like this whole center with like 85 boys, and I can't mentor all of them. I do like little pods on the weekends. Hey, man, I'm gonna be up there next weekend. I'll have like 4 or 5 boys. That Saturday will come up, and not a single one of them motherfuckers show. And I understand it just it's different, but it's like.
But that's why I said what I said, JR. That's why I said we have to go back to the way, like I told you, I think a couple of episodes ago, we have to go back to the 30s and the 40s. It was a standard in the house.
Yeah.
It didn't have to come from mama. It didn't have to come from daddy, grandma. Back in the 30s and 40s, and you can go ask your parents, and I think this happened across the country, not just on the East Coast. If you fucked up down the street and Miss Jackson saw your ass fucking up, Miss Jackson will fuck you up.
Look, Miss Jackson will get you.
See what I'm saying?
And on your way home, if you see somebody else, they like if they got on that phone, that hotline.
Think about what I just said.
Yeah.
Like you was in Arkansas, right?
Yes,
I said I didn't care where you was in this country. East Coast, West Coast, down south, up north, it didn't matter. That standard for the black community was the same across the board. You were in Arkansas, and you knew exactly where I was going with it.
Hell yeah.
And I was in DC.
Off GP. Look,
You
it
see
was an
what I'm saying?
unwritten rule. Hell, you could have, check this out, you could have flew your ass to Arkansas. They wouldn't even know who you is.
Exactly.
They seen you acting up, they'd have fucked your ass up. And you'd be like, damn. And
Just
you want to go, and here's the thing though, you want to go tell your parents.
No, because I'm going to get it again.
Because you were terrified. B-Fish says it perfectly. He says, B-Fish, yes, we do need to teach teach the truth, we know, but this current generation is being raised by
that was my next point.
By clueless young parents who are too busy chasing bags and other. Oh my God, B-Fish.
Yeah.
Yo, B-Fish, we need you to sign on, bro.
That was my next point. The parents today aren't parents. Man, we talked about this too. Yeah. The parents today aren't being parents. They want to be their child's friend. Remember, we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
they're too busy trying to be their friend, being cool. I want to be the cool mom. I want to be the cool dad. I want to hang out with her. You want your kids' friends to like you, so because you trying to be cool instead of trying to be the parent.
But
that's another problem.
Chasing the bag is over everything. Over everything. Like
it is.
I noticed this trend about it was some time ago, about 8 years ago. You would have parents showing up, nice everything, kids looking like shit, busted and disgusted. It's like, what? Like, nah. You got it fucked up, bro. Like, you got this brand new 2022, what's the thing, what they're driving now? Those Hellcats.
Yeah.
Top frame, got Gucci bag, all this other shit. And your kid ain't got fucking cleats to play for the football team. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, and it's not just, it is happening so much now. Before you have those bad seeds, right?
Oh, you live in an apartment.
Yeah. But then now it's everybody now. See, back then, B-Fish, we were raised by damn.
Right.
B-Fish, back then, we were raised by vigilance, not by social media, television, internet.
Hey.
That's who raises our kids.
But that goes to the point that we talked about last Thursday.
What's that?
When we were talking about subliminal brainwash, subliminal messages, right?
Yeah.
Record labels, radio stations regulated by the FCC, and television programs, right?
Yeah.
They push the narrative that they want us to live by. So the black narrative is always something negative. The only positive thing we had was Bill Cosby. And they turned that into something negative.
And they found a way.
They found a way. So, they're pushing all the negative stuff.
Yeah.
For a black community. There's very, very few shows that show the European in a negative light. Very few.
That is true.
And there's very few record labels that force the Europeans to do things in a negative light. Whereas for us, sex sales, gun sales, so let's push that. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, this guy was talking about it, young brother. He said, don't you think it's odd that every, he said, you name one female rapper female rapper that doesn't exploit sex and over sexualization of a black woman or women in general. He said, if you do that, I'll get rid of my YouTube channel. You find
I'm
one,
sorry.
I'm
I'm
done
gonna
with it.
apologize to women right now, but what I'm about to say probably about to piss some of y'all off.
Oh shit.
But y'all glorify it.
Ooh. Not all women.
No, I'm just saying. I'm
Not
just saying in
Oh, you're
general.
just talking about
Not
women?
all, I'm talking in
Okay,
general.
gotcha.
That's why I'm gonna piss some women off. They glorify because if it wasn't glorified by the women,
Yeah,
there wouldn't be as many sales.
true.
There'd be it wouldn't be in heavy rotation.
Yeah, because I mean, typically women buy female records. I mean,
Women buy female records, and they push that narrative.
Like I, even though I love Foxy Brown, I love what you call back in the day. I didn't buy no fucking Foxy Brown album. I wasn't buying themselves. That kind of sold itself.
So, like I said, that like it's supply and demand. It's the basic law of economics. If there's no demand, there'll be no need for a supply. So as long as we keep demanding it, they're going to keep supplying it. So we have to change the narrative. Let the young white girls go buy that stuff. Let the young white boys go buy that stuff, and we stick to a higher standard. But I know that won't happen because we have too many young parents that have young mindsets that aren't thinking on the intellectual level. They're thinking on the entertainment level and not understanding what
the bag. Bro. I keep telling you, it's about the bag. I don't know where the bag came from or what's in the bag, but they trying to get the bag.
It's bullshit in the bag. That money has been the Bible tells us, and we have, that's another discussion about the Bible. But money is the root to all evil.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and it's been proven. Yeah. So many souls and ideals have been bought. So many.
Yeah. All right, we passed our time, but before we finish, we're going to end with B Fish's comment. Now the kids have better cars than their parents. Oh my God. Yo, you need to come up to our school. Well, not my school no more. His school. And,
you can pull up on any private school in the DFW.
Yeah, so they can keep up with the appearance instead of learning how to work hard and get out the mud. Here's the thing though. The parents are financing those damn cars. The parents are co-signing. Hey, here you go. Here you go, son. Take this 20 minutes. Go shit on them. Go do it. Like what? Huh?
Look at me. That's the whole mindset right now. Look at me. Look at me. See me?
Yep. But the lower your standards are, the more famous you can become on social media.
That's correct.
B Fish, look at B Fish. I'm gonna hit a nerve with you right here, B Fish, because B Fish know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Me and B Fish, whether you, for those that don't know, are instructors, right? And we teach LTC classes and other stuff like that. But we've been doing this for quite some time, and we've been doing it the right way, teaching people how to learn stuff. And you have guys within our industry that come up looking like fucking Mickey Mouse, talking stupid, looking stupid, doing stupid shit, sounding stupid, acting like niggas, right? And when I tell you,
class?
No, I'm just talking about instructors or just people in general. Their social media fame is blown through the roof. I mean, they got millions of followers or something like that.
Oh, the instructors are.
Yeah, well, not just instructors, just they are instructors, but just people within the gun industry.
Gotcha.
The more you act like that, like if you play into the stereotype,
right?
Boom, boom, boom. And there's been many times I'm like, damn, like it's really that easy. Me and him have been around so much, we see it. We see this new brother come out there. Hey y'all, yeah, we shooting like this. I'm like, watch, give him a few months before you know it. 100,000, 500,000, million, 5 million. Now he's taking trips and he's representing other black people associated with guns, instructors, and it's like a blueprint. The more ignorant or the more you play into the stereotype, the more famous you become on social media. And then return now page. See, back before, you could be an ignorant Negro and they thought you was an ignorant nigga. Now, the more ignorant you become, the more famous you become, which brings you more revenue. How do you combat that? So
you can't supply and demand. As long as there's demand for it,
that's it.
People gonna do it.
As long as we perpetuate plan too, we're gonna roll.
That's why I don't like the Elon Musk thing.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I don't subscribe to any of those reality TV shows. I told you that they come.
Yeah, you did.
When that shit first came out, and I'd watched. I've always lied and say I've never watched any of those shows. I'm gonna go ahead and tell the truth to everybody. I've actually watched 2 of the shows, right? And it was at the very beginning, right? Both shows, within those 2 shows, there was a combine of 5 different fights, 4 females, and I was like, the fuck is this? Like,
Oh, yeah, that stage too.
I'm like, but what are we doing? Why do we keep watching shit like that? So our kids are watching us watch that shit. So now I think, oh, okay, that's how I'm supposed to act.
Right.
That's how I'm supposed to get down. That's how it's supposed to be. Now we got girls literally fighting on a daily basis, recording it, doing all, man, that's, no. I'll never watch that shit. I'll never perpetuate it. No, I'm not part of that. So when it's on around me, I'm leaving the room because that's,
Right.
I don't want to be a part of it. I don't, because it's showing our kids that this is acceptable. When
Right.
it's on TV, this person's famous. They just beat the shit out of this other person, and they just got another endorsement deal. Or no, I don't want nothing to do with that, bro.
Right. I'm with you on that.
Well, that's it for our show today. Time now is 10:11. We're about a little bit past the time. Catch us back on Thursday at 9:00. I will be shooting remote. Hopefully, you won't be there. Oh, you'll be there a little late, won't you? Is that a
Who, me?
meet day for you? Yeah, you.
No, I'll be in Houston. We'll both
Oh,
be. No, wait.
oh,
Thursday is a meet day.
Oh, okay.
Thursday's it should be over by 5:00. I'm leaving for
Okay.
Houston on Friday, so that Thursday I should be good. Thursday's a meet
I was
day.
like, man, we both be remote. That'd be pretty dope. Yeah, we'll catch you Thursday. Thursday we'll try to find another person to get on the soapbox for today. I don't know who you want to get to be on the soapbox for Thursday. We can find somebody.
Just flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Ask for volunteer.
Huh?
Ask for volunteer.
Oh, okay. Well, because somebody wasn't there today, but I ain't gonna call nobody out. But yeah, we'll make a volunteer. We'll do that. All right, y'all. Well, hey, thank y'all for signing on today. Catch y'all on Thursday at 9:00 Central Time. If you want to get featured in, make sure you say something in the comments. You can go in the comment section of any of our social media platforms, except all of them take comments, right? Even Twitch.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know nothing about Twitch, but that's your thing.
Jump in the comment section, say something, like something, and catch y'all later. Mr. Versace, what you got to say?
Thank y'all for coming. God bless and good night.
Later.
Russell Simmons.
Gosh. You know what? This is what I'm going to do next time. I'm going to do this right here. Okay, now I got it right here. So we're going to replay this whole last 20 seconds. Hey, Mr. Versace, what you got?
Thank y'all for coming. God bless and good night. In the words of Mr. Simmons.